See, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We say the most apostles and elders are great, most honorable, who teachers are apostles in the truth. And we say salutations, solely I can want to pushing the word in our truth and sincerity day in and day out. Constantly in season and season, we say shalom. Once again, going into our video, and let's basically touch on upon why it is we have to stay away from these women, especially these kind of women that you would, when I read the article here, you get to understand. Now, for context, before I go into the article, this is a situation that happened yesterday. I believe it happened in the night, right? Which was last night, and it's basically some adulterous shit that went down, right? So it's a UE taxi driver. So UE is basically a university on the island here, right? So it's a UE taxi driver, identified only as Wally, was shot and killed by a police known to him a short while ago. So the officer that killed this man was known to him. Basically, they know each other, right? It is alleged the victim was leaving a hotel in his YB14 with the girlfriend of a police officer in the vicinity of College Bar Road in UE when they were confronted by the officer. It is alleged that the girlfriend of the officer ran out of the vehicle after the it is alleged the girlfriend of the officer ran out of the vehicle after the police shot and killed her lover. She was able to escape unharmed, right? So as you can see, the person that died and the officer, they know each other. It also say it is alleged the victim was leaving a hotel. Now I don't even need to explain what this man and this woman was doing in a hotel. Everybody know. Common sense go tell you what they was in a hotel, right? And basically the officer catch them and he kill a man. And usually that is how it does go. These women, they do these things. These men and the woman do this thing. The next man going to find out. The man going to die, and the woman going to get scotch free to do what? To go ahead and what is she going to do? She going to get next. She going to get next. She going to get next man, and she going to continue the same trend, right? This is the world that we living in. And the thing about it, she survived and she alive, right? One die, one basically going to be in trouble, and to her it's like she ain't do no wrong. She would say she ain't do no wrong. Especially the other woman would come and they would say, hey, you ain't do nothing. The officer was ain't giving she nothing and all this other stuff, right? Yeah. So continuing, she would say what? She ain't do no wrong. Now let me just bring this precept here. This is Proverbs chapter 30. I'll read verse 20, right? It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. And that's the thing. She would do these things and she would literally say she ain't done no wickedness. You understand? Now we know the judgment for adultery. Both of them should have been put to death, right? Because not to say like the man didn't know. He know what took place. He know that as it say here, only as Wally was shot and killed by police known to him. So he know this man was with this woman. You understand? And we living in a world now where some of these men is like a honor sleep, for them it's like a honor sleeping with our next man's wife. There's boast about that. By a judgment to receive for doing these things. Right? So it say what? So it say such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. So she escaped, she escaped unharmed. It says she was able to escape unharmed. She come in and say, well, she didn't do no wrong. You understand? And she would make her some excuse, some kind of thing just to take herself out of it, right? And why? And that is where it is. Especially, you see these women be listening to these podcasts. They be going up on the Spotify thing, listening to the stuff there, and hearing these other adulterous women talking about if you have a man and he doing nothing for you, go and get another one and have options. There's a host of adulterous things that I be saying. But the scripture say we live in an adulterous generation. So these kind of things gonna come out from it, right? Now, let me read a scripture here. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25. I'll go read verse 13. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And that is just what it is. That way I say, to stay away from these women. Because the scripture said, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, right? Because the plague of the heart go make it. Watch what others have men. You understand? Just for example, the policeman, the plague of the heart. Watch what he did. No, we know according to the law that that man and that woman supposed to be put down, right? For the act that they committed. But the society that we living in, they just encourage these kind of things. As I say, it's like doing these things. It's like a fame, you know. It's like a glory to do this kind of wickedness, right? It say, "Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman." So this scripture is telling you, give me any wickedness, give me any other wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. And this we go get. Just imagine this is what the article say. It is alleged that the girlfriend of the officer ran out of the vehicle, right, after the police shot and killed her lover. You understand? Like wickedness. Because he know the officer, and she knows she with her next man. And who could tell how much other man she must be with? Because if she doing this, the question would always stay, right? So, how much more? The scripture is telling you, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Give me any other wickedness. Any other. Any other wickedness, give me that. But the wickedness of a woman. And as I say, the other wicked and adulterous women, they come in and they will come and try to make excuses. They will try and say, she was right. She was she did no wrong, right? She did no wrong. So let me just jump to verse 16 now. It say, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And you see that woman wicked, is better you get rid of she one time. So the scripture saying, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman, than to keep house with she. You know this rather dwell with a dragon and a lion, they're telling you, than to keep house with a wicked woman. I will never forget that picture some good years ago, where a woman and a snake, she was standing next to a king cobra, right, like a zookeeper or something like that. And the caption of the picture was, here we see the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous animals in the world, and next to it is a snake. So they were saying the woman is the most dangerous thing, and it wasn't wrong. You understand? It wasn't wrong, right? It says verse 17. It said the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. And that is the thing. Some of these women, you can literally watch them and see the wickedness. Like I was watching a video. Right, I was watching a video, a video just randomly show up on show up, and I remember as the woman come up, she go to say, before she even say something, or in my mind I say some wickedness she going and say, just by her countenance alone you could see it, and she did say, I think she said that if she was 12 years in a relationship with a man, after 12 years is a pretty long time, so she needs some excitement so she could go ahead and go with other men. You understand? And that's basically what she said. And this, as I say, before she even said that, I just watch her countenance, you could see some wickedness. There's wickedness she wants to say, and the wickedness that she in. It say her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. And that is what Muzzy went on with the officer. He must be hearing all these things amongst his friends. Yeah, boy. It's Trinidad. I tell you the one time how Trinidad and people let's get on. Once they find out your girl home here, that is the talk of the tongue. Right? Because that they say honing, right? But as I say, we just say honing in Trinidad, and other places they say cheating. But once when in the world and your neighbors, your friends, and them here, your girl, or they have a clue that she with somebody else, especially somebody that man, and you hear that. If you went on with the officer, as the scripture say, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. That is what went on. He must be hearing that. Hearing them, they must be telling them, so he must sigh, until he finally must get some information that, they're in the hotel. And action was taken, right? It says verse 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. That's why we now read, give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And then the scripture said in here, what? All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. All wickedness is but little wickedness to a woman. But this is the kind of things he has get. And she survived. She escaped unharmed. And she will continue to do what? Continue to do she wickedness. When by the law, she was supposed to be what? Put down. If you're reading it in the Bible, right? The Bible have judgment for this. This judgment shall she commit. And she will receive she judgment. I know when it is saying, you know. No, one died and one he go into trouble. Now he's an officer, the one that survived, he's an officer. So most likely he might get some years off work with pay. You know, it is usually go with officers, right? And so you say all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, and let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And what is the portion of a sinner? Death, right? It say as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the age, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire not her pleasure, not her for pleasure. You understand? And that's the next thing. Again, this is what you can understand. What kind of she wickedness? Now, really and truly, when a man watch a woman, his beauty he go watch because she has nothing else to offer. See, what woman not gonna look good, but sometimes you need a woman not looking good. You need a woman that right, especially for us that being the truth, right? You see, she stumble not at the beauty of a woman, they desire not her for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. It says verse 23, it says, a wicked woman abated the courage, make it an heavy countenance and wounded heart. And that is what she did to her, to her police officer boyfriend. You know, her police officer husband. That's what she did. She make the heart heavy. You understand? She wound the heart. Right? And it say a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. It say of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And that is where it is. Through her we all die, and that is where you get. That is why we have to stay away from these kind of women. You see, especially them that be in the podcast, that love to listen to podcasts and listen to these women talk all this sort of bullshit about their options and watch me, the kind of abominable shit to be hearing these women to be speaking on these podcasts. You get to understand the wickedness of a woman, right? Talking about you should have 12 options and your body count doesn't matter and all these sort of things. That's the kind of things to be hearing on these podcasts. This adulterous woman teaching adulterous things to other adulterous women. Yeah, so that is why it's hard to get a righteous woman. That is why the scripture say, well, amongst we see how much men how much among 10,000 men you find one, but around 10,000 women for the woman he didn't find none. You know, this roughly paraphrasing just to show you how it is. Right? So it say of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Through her we all die. It say give the water no passes, neither a wicked woman liberty to God abroad. And let's go on some of these men. Because how the woman look, they just make that woman do them all kind of things. All kind of thing. You know? Tell them all kind of thing, do them all kind of thing. And when push come to shove, now they get on like this. So verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce and let her go away. So if she want to go all the way you going, cut she off. You understand? It's a other woman outside there. But keeping her around, this is the kind of things that has take place. Again, the two men in trouble, and she escaped, and no harm is going to come to her. She's not going to be jailed. She's not going to do anything. She just going to be free, and her friends going on, you know, yeah, girl, thank Lord they survive, and you know, continue as he is, and that's the kind of things he has get from this woman. That's why the scripture says, in the midst of much woman is much what? Evil. Right? That's where you get. So, but again, stay away from these kind of women, because this is what it's lead to. You understand? And don't watch no woman for the beauty. You know, especially in the shoot, we just find a woman to abide. Because that's what you need. Right? So hey, with that we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash. We said about our personal elders agreements and reward, our teachers, our apostles in the truth, and salutations, so they are pushing the word and our truth, and sincerely, dean and the out. And our counseling season, we say Shalom.